Okay everyone, so this is one of the oak trees that we've got growing around us here in Mid Wales in the UK. This one has lovely big seeds, acorns, so I'm going to be using this one. So this is early December and they've not long dropped and they've already started germinating, but if they haven't, you can still use them. They don't need cold stratification as far as I'm aware. I haven't found they do anyway. So I'll collect a few seeds up and I'm going to select a few to take indoors for our water experiment. So I'm looking for seeds where the roots point downwards. So I've got 3 in here. The 2 outside ones have just got 1 root, and the one in the middle I think it's actually got 2 roots coming out from it, so that might be a double, a bit like a twin embryo in there. So they've got nice healthy roots. They've been in there for a couple of days now, so the roots have grown a little. So it's just a case of keeping the water clean and topping it up when it runs low so the roots don't dry out. See, that one there's got 2 coming out, so that should be interesting. So I'll keep the water clean and changed, and we'll get back to these in another week or so and see how much the roots have grown. Okay, so I messed up on these and I let the water run out, and I think the 2 outside ones have died, but by the looks of it, the middle one is looking pretty good. So these 2 I think have died, although they may come back, but as long as we've got this one here, which should be fine. Nice healthy roots on this one, so we'll keep going with this one and just get rid of the other 2, because I only really want 1 anyway. It's just an experiment. So this one here is looking pretty good, so what I'm going to do is just use this same container and just cut some holes in the bottom and put some soil in it. Okay, so I've emptied the water out and I've just cut a couple of little holes in the bottom of it for drainage, and I'm going to fill it up with some, all I've got at the moment is cocoa fibre, which is core, which is the husk from the coconut. So we'll just place the acorn in there, cover up the roots, and I'm just going to leave a little bit of the acorn poking out of the surface. So just make sure the soil's all around all the roots and press it down gently. If your soil's dry, give it water as well. But this soil's nice and wet because I've just mixed it up. Okay, and hopefully this will grow nicely in here for a little while, and I'll get back to it as soon as I see some progress on the roots, or if I see something sprout from the top. So I'll see you in a little bit. Okay, so this is about a week or so later now, and I've just noticed this just kind of appeared over the past couple of days, and it's the first opportunity I've had to video it. Sorry about that, guys, my video cut out, but here's the oak tree after about a week or so. It's doing well. So it's growing about 3 or 4 inches, and it's got some nice roots underneath it. You can see there the roots at the bottom of the pot. So we'll leave this alone for a bit longer, and at some point we'll need to repot it again. Anyway, I'll get back to you in a bit. Okay, so this is a couple of days after Christmas now, and this has grown a lot in the past couple of weeks, as you can see. It's starting to fill up this pot. I'll try and show you the roots in a second. Sorry if I sound a bit funny, I've not been too well. I've got a really tickly throat and I keep coughing. Anyway, so it's looking really healthy. It's kind of grown to this point and kind of stopped. I'm not sure what's going on, but we'll keep an eye on it, and I'll come back to it in another couple of weeks, and we'll see how it goes. See the roots there around the edge. Anyway, we'll get back to this soon. Okay, so this is about 2 weeks later now. We're into January now, and the main bit that grew out has completely stopped growing, and it has sent out a second sprout, second tree from a different place on the acorn, which is a bit odd. I had a funny feeling this would be a twin embryo one, because it had 2 roots coming out at the bottom, so it's not a huge surprise, but it's a bit strange still. So it's still looking healthy. Hasn't quite filled up this pot yet, but we will need to repot it soon, I think. I'm still not very well, so anyway, I'll get back to you again in a little bit. Okay guys, so we're into February now. You can see we've got a different tablecloth. Finally got rid of the Christmas one. But this has just grown crazy, this oak tree. This is the first bit, and this new really long bit is the second bit that grew up. You can see it's outgrown the other bit now, so it got really tall. It's probably stretching for light, because there's not much light in the winter here in the UK, but it should still be fine. But today I'm going to put it into a slightly bigger pot. So I've got this pot here. Again, it's just cocoa fibre. Okay, so that's potted up in there now. It should be fine in there until I can put it outside in the spring. We'll see how it goes. So all that's left to do now is just to give it a nice water, because I've just potted it up in here. And I'll get back to you in a sec. We'll give it a nice water. Okay, so I've just gone and got some water. So we'll just give it a nice drink. We want to saturate the entire soil that's in the container. There we go. That should be plenty of water. So again, I'll keep you updated on this. It's just living on my kitchen windowsill at the moment. I'll try and give it as much sunlight as possible, moving it around when the sun's out and stuff. But as soon as the weather warms out, it'll be going outside. See, it's looking nice and healthy. Anyway, I'll get back to you again in another couple of weeks. Okay, so this is about 2 weeks later now. We're about halfway through February. And it's just started growing again. It did kind of stop for a while. But you can see it's sending up new growth on both parts of the tree. Seeing a new leaf starting to uncurl there at the top. There's about a couple of inches of growth. And the same on the first little bit that grew up. And the roots have started coming out the bottom of this pot already. But I'm hoping I can keep it in here until sort of April time, when it can go outside somewhere. Anyway, this is going to be the last update for now. I'm going to do this in multiple parts hopefully, so keep an eye out for a second video at some point. Thanks for watching guys, I'll see you later.